Hello and welcome to the Table Warhammer and D&D, friends. Have a seat, grab your favorite drink, and settle in as we continue our campaign as Eslepth Von Draken, the Dark Lady of Wissenland, making a bid to restore parts of her empire, but not just restoring stability, but eventually taking over the empire completely, as not just an elector countess, but also the Empress of the Empire. For now, we do have Karl Franz and Reichland as our allies, as well as the rest of the Elector Counts on friendly terms. To recap the last episode, we made a blitz against the Grand Revolution of the People, aka the Empire Secessionists, taking back Wissenberg, and now laying siege to Dotenbach, the inevitable victory at hand for us. We also have the risk of a greenskin incursion here. This is a small force though, and I don't think they have what it takes to take us on, or even Wissenberg itself. That is a risk I am willing to take, and once we've taken out Dotenbach, I do plan to take out this greenskin menace here, but most importantly, to make an assault on Warlock Harkon of the Blood Dragon's vampire counts. This is my main threat that we need to take out immediately and as soon as possible. They're most likely going to take Gristle Valley, possibly move on to the other Dwarven cities too. It looks like Carrick, Asgaraz, and Grimhold have already fallen. Carrick Norn may potentially fall to Durthu as well. And yes, it does suck that we might lose our Dwarven allies, but also I don't plan on making moves against the Wood Elves because of the fact that it's not just Durthu, but we also have some other Wood Elf forces in the area too. Modded Wood Elf factions actually added by Mixu's faction unlocker, so in a sense I'm willing to risk losing our Dwarven allies, even though we do have a trade agreement with them, if it means that we can be on friendly terms with Durthu and the Wood Elf forces too. But without further ado, let's make an attack on Dotenbach, claim it for ourselves, have full control over Wissenland, and thus we can issue a commandment afterwards. I do want to fight this battle manually for all of your entertainment, and also because I want to minimize as much casualties as possible, using our Hellblaster volley guns to completely open fire and decimate both Urquhart and also the garrison here. We'll be mostly focusing our efforts on the crossbowmen, and then our archers and gunners will take out the rest of their forces. Without further ado, let's crush these rebels once and for all. Taking a look at our battle formation, it is somewhat of a standard checkerboard formation with our archers, but our Hellblaster volley guns and handgunners will be up close, not up close, but more up front, raining fire as soon as possible on the enemy. Same thing can be said with our Free Company militia. They will be skirmishing and making an attack on the left flank. Our right flank is a little bit on the weaker side with one unit of spearmen, one unit of swordsmen, and also halberdiers in reserve. If need be, they will be able to envelop and overcome both the spearmen and also some of the crossbowmen as well. Most of our melee units are concentrated on the left flank, supported by Elsef and our hero Theodore, with Malachi supporting the cannons, and also Malachi himself will be using restock quite a bit. Like I said, I do want to minimize the casualties of this battle. If I do lose some Free Company militia, that's alright. I'm willing to make a risk of taking damage to one unit if it means devastating the entire garrison, and also Urkel and his Free Company as well, which are probably Vanguard deployed as well. But without further ado, we'll get the battle started. Have the Hellblaster volley guns open fire on the right flank of spearmen to make things easier for our right flank as well. And also we'll have the Free Company militia open fire on the left flank, hopefully sowing discord and chaos and spreading their forces thin. Alright, we'll have these guys open fire, place stakes right in front. Alright, continue to open fire. We'll actually have you retreat back. Getting a little bit too close for comfort now. Our main concern is actually the crossbowmen, which we will open fire on. Alright, get out of range of those archers. Alright. Militia got a little bit too stuck there. Alright, speed is the key here, my friends. Swordsman, let's have you charge directly into the spearmen there. Theodore, have you charge at Urkhold. Alright, this is working great, actually. Spirit Leech. Alright, replenishment there. There we go. Full ammunition. Spearmen take care of that unit there. Alright, Free Company, return, start opening fire on the left flank here. And that was a quick victory. I do want the XP though, so let's have you crack another Spirit Leech there. Don't know if my Hellblaster guns can reach Urkhold. That was a massive rout. Not too many casualties on our end. We did get some friendly fire from our Hellblaster volley guns, but nonetheless, we will get unit replenishment out of it. Alright, that should hopefully completely take you out. It is just a Witch Hunter, so not going to be that much health. Was hoping... I was genuinely hoping that we could have something to slow him down. This would have been nice, though. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to catch him. Oh, he's right on the edge, too. Alright, get back here, you dirty Secessionists. No, you are escaping just barely. Alright, a victory is a victory though. Alright, with that victory, we're going to loot and occupy the settlement. Also getting that 15% replenishment for our army. And with that, the destruction of the Secessionists is complete. Wissenland is ours. We're probably going to be facing a rebellion here soon, though. Current rate, rebellion in 2 turns. Conquest, -30. Provincial instability, -10 as well. I may actually potentially give in to growth. Although that control +4 is very tempting too. I'll probably go with control actually. That way we can buy ourselves a little bit of time because like I said, I want my main focus to be on Wallach Harkon. Take out the Blood Dragons, capture Gristle Valley, and retake some of the other Dwarven settlements too. We won't sell them back to Karak Norn, but we may sell them to some of our Empire allies too for that extra cash. We are sitting a-okay at the moment right now. Income is at a net positive, which is all I could ask for. And let's take a look and check in on our caravan too. And yes, for those who weren't here on the first episode, we do have a caravan mod that we're using right now, which adds caravans to the Empire, some of the other factions too, I believe Britannia as well. They did suffer some attrition though, and also we did auto-resolve a battle off video too. I believe it was with some greenskin herds or also with Skaven. But just to keep things safe, I may recruit some units of Bretonnians. Archers are going to be very useful, but at the same time, I do want to essentially build up some meat shields too. The peasants and spearmen at arms will essentially be our pawns to be destroyed, and also will buy us a little bit of extra time for our swordsmen and great swords too. It's gonna take a hit to our income there though. Thankfully they don't cost any upkeep though. And yes, this is also one of the mercenary recruitment systems. It is insta recruit, so you could argue that it is somewhat of a cheat for us, but at the same time it does cost more than simply recruiting and waiting too. We'll take a look at some of our skill points available. We'll be investing in Fleeting Shadow, which increases the ambush chance. For Theodore, I do want your training to go up slightly. As for our Caravan Master, I do want Wayfinders, as I don't want to run into any more ambushes with that caravan. We'll also increase Malachi's Open the Caskets to provide further support for our overall army. Ignore the damage building for now. And let's take a brief look at our diplomacy before ending our turn too. Reikland is at war with Clan Fester and the Rotblood tribe, which is a vassal of Clan Fester's if I remember correctly. Yep, Clan Fester has them under their control. I don't want to declare war on Clan Fester or the Rotblood tribe, and definitely not the Warherd of the One Eye yet. For Balthazar though, I am willing to go to war with the Bloody Nose, or Broken Nose Greenskins, or a bit of cash. Or actually, trade agreement and cash. It's just a small amount though.
Who calls? Approach and make your offer.
As for Ostermark, I may potentially go to war against Draika. Then squeeze out a little bit of money there. It is a distant enemy though, so we don't have to worry about her banging on our doorstep yet. I may also declare war on scaling. Oh, that is very tempting there too. Over 1,000. That's definitely a yes from us. Get our income up as much as possible. Stirland, not worth against the Deceivers. And definitely not against the Fecundites yet. Let me just double check. Yeah, it looks like we're at war with the Black Pit tribe already. Sylvania is at war with Tempelhof. Oh, nearly 2k in gold too. I almost want to say yes to this. That puts us up to around 10k. Unfortunately for the Bretonnians, they do have an aversion to us. I think they have a better relation with Karl Franz, that's why. I will eventually help Karak Norn out against the Ordo Draconis, but I do want to time it just right where I'm in range to actually attack them. Oh, Musalon is going to be a very interesting enemy to fight. I do have previous campaign videos on Musalon. Those were a lot of fun to create just because of the hybrid Bretonnian vampire account roster. But I digress. The Wood Elves are... I do eventually want to make them our allies. Except for Draika. She's just a little bit too aggressive for my taste. But the other Wood Elves will be good allies against Chaos and against the Deceivers and Fecundites when we're ready to actually go up against them. Alright, and we'll end the turn there for now. At the end of the turn, it looks like a vicious Gobspit is making an attack on Balthazar Gelt and also Falfdorf. So we'll make an attempt to quote-unquote rescue our ally, and also we'll gain a bit of XP and gold from it as well. I could eventually help attack the Order Draconis and help our Dwarven allies out, but also this is an opportunity I don't want to pass up, plus also due to the fact that we don't have enough movement range to actually help them out or make the assault or counter attack as well. So we'll just have to settle with taking out Gobspit here. Eckstein, I do want to move you up just a little bit actually. Yeah, so then we can get some line of sight and movement on Wallach Harkon. Erkstein, move you up a little bit more. I might need to actually move you into Force March here. Perfect, we can recruit some forces there for you and make an assault on Gobspit here. Alright, well, looks like they're in full retreat at the moment right now. But we'll go into Forced March here, and also Forced March with Elsfit as well. Now that I know that was very anticlimactic, but at the same time, this does set us up to eventually make an assault on Harkon here. Oh, looks like there's not too much in terms of enemy recruitment. They may raise the dead after this turn, they may even take Gristle Valley, but we've set us up for an assault on Warlock's forces here. The dwarves are unfortunately going to have to act as bait. Hopefully at the end of this turn too, they will take out Warlock and also, or if not take out Warlock, then damage his army enough for us to come in, swoop in, destroy him, and then take over their territory. I know it's very backstabby, but at the same time, this is for the greater good of the Empire. Until then, friends, we'll save that for the next episode of us making an assault on Warlock, and maybe with the help of our Dwarven allies too. For all of the new and returning viewers who have made it this far into the video, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on this campaign, and for those who are interested in more Warhammer narrative campaigns, D&D and Baldurs Gate build videos, which I will have more of very soon in the near future. I'd love to have you join us on those adventures, friends, and I'll save you a seat at the table. Take care and farewell.